Hi everyone, Josh here, your very own marketeer with another video. As the title suggests, I want to have a discussion about AI and the impact it can have on the marketing industry. Like most people, I am viewing AI with caution. I see the incredible opportunities that AI can deliver, but I am not ignoring the realities of the downsides, mostly losing my job or long-term career in marketing. Now, most people will fixate on the aspect of losing their job or the career rather than focusing on the opportunities that AI can bring. For myself, it's not the job loss or the career loss that scares me, but rather being left behind because the skill set I have is no longer needed. That is the biggest fear that most people hold. Look what happened to Kodiak. They were the world leader in film camera technology. But with the rise of digital cameras, Kodiak failed to recognize the monumental change that digital cameras brought to the world. As a result, eventually, they went bankrupt in 2013. Kodiak is still operational today, but it's just a former shadow of its once great self. And you want to know what the really sad part about Kodiak's situation is? They were the ones that first developed digital cameras, and they had decades of studies to show the popularity of digital cameras was gaining momentum among their consumers across the world. But even with all that, they still couldn't change when it mattered to brace for the future and lost out heavily. But change is a natural aspect for every marketeer. At our core, it's who we are. We are constantly adapting to try to remain competitive and gain an advantage in the workplace. Make no mistake, marketing is going to be impacted by AI technologies, as it's likely that a large number of businesses are expected to be using AI by 2030, with current estimates putting it at around 43%. But again, what are marketeers good at? Adapting. Whether we like it or not, AI will be introduced to our workspaces and will be an amazing tool to have at our disposal to assist us. Let's face it, there is not enough time in the day to get everything we want to get done. We all know this is true. Everything we do now, AI can do as well, but more efficiently and effectively. Discovering keywords is the absolute bane of my existence. I hate it, but I have to do it because it's part of my job. But I'm not going to complain when AI takes over that job for me and does all the hard work, which leads me to focus on something else that I'm actually good at or have the aptitude to do very well and find enjoyable. The way I'm viewing AI at the moment, as many of you should as well, it's just another tool in the arsenal of a marketeer, much like all the other automation tools that we use now, like email marketing platforms. AI is a bit more sophisticated than automation tools, but that is how I'm viewing it. AI is just another tool that we can use to make our jobs easier to handle and lift some of the burdens that we have. But at the moment, AI does have drawbacks. AI is really in its infancy. It's not infallible, and it's only as smart as we develop it to be. If we over-rely on AI, it could doom us to lose our intuition and creativity in marketing, which could lead us to missed opportunities and making, again, some wrong decisions. But the bigger concern is that AI could replace us at our jobs, forcing us to retrain our pre-existing skills to adapt to the future. Now, like everything, it will always be easier for younger people, like myself, to adapt to change. But I do worry about older people who aren't so versed in changing their lives or having to acquire new skills to fit in the future landscape. I don't have the answer for, unfortunately, the old people. All I can say is, and as preachy as it sounds, just take small steps now to prepare yourself for the eventuality of AI in the workplace. And if you need to change jobs or your job becomes redundant, you can always look for a new job that has a similar skill set. Now, if you're like me, one of the first things you did was to see if there was a direct impact of AI on marketing. And at the moment, it doesn't seem too bad, but that does mean you can't be prepared. But just because it's not here now doesn't mean you can't be prepared for the future. Marketeers have a broad range of skills that can be utilized across different industries, in particular our core ability to analyze data. And wouldn't you know it, out of the top 10 fastest growing jobs because of AI, 4 of them overlap with the skills that are fundamental to marketeers: business intelligence analyst, data scientist, AI data analyst, and information security analyst. Many of these roles have core skills that are essential to any marketeer: data analysis, statistical analysis, data visualization, many more, but you get the point. And if you Google the job description of each of the roles above, they will largely overlap with our marketing skills. But there's only one thing that you need to worry about, the one technical skill that most marketeers probably don't possess, and that's programming. Programming is a fundamental skill that is required for all these roles. And unfortunately, that is the one skill that you're going to have to learn probably right now to prepare yourself for the future. It will make it a lot easier for you to transition from being a marketeer to these roles in the future. But once you have the programming skills, you can leverage pretty much all your skill sets, I should say, in the marketing field to transition from marketing to one of these roles that I mentioned before. For myself, I will be definitely keeping an eye on developing my programming skills, because in the future I see myself becoming a data scientist. But that's just me. But I will give you a word of caution. Each of these jobs has an analyst in the job description. Undoubtedly, AI will improve and maybe make these jobs of being an analyst redundant in the far future. So caution is needed before fully investing in these roles for a long-term career. To summarize my thoughts, I see the opportunities and potential that AI can bring to marketing and all industries. But I'm still scared shitless of the consequences it could have on my career in marketing. But I am working hard towards upskilling myself for the benefit of the future to ascertain a role as a data scientist. That's this video done. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, it's not our ability to predict a storm that matters, but our ability to weather it when it arrives that matters the most. An apt quote regarding how to handle the future when it arrives.